What exactly is Utopia?
I would call it a paradise. In Utopia, we have three-dimensional path.
Managed farmlands are gaining a lot of popularity lately.
There's the option of work from farm. How is it really not exciting for people? I don't know.
Any special highlights?
We have some off-roading sites. We are open to pets. I bet as much as you enjoy Utopia, your pets will too.
You guys are doing an amazing job. Trees bring rain. Rain doesn't bring trees. Hello, everyone, and a warm welcome to all of you to Utopia that breeds the Green Wealth Talks, a space where we share ideas around nature, land, and meaningful investments. And I am your host, Privill Rodriguez, and I'm absolutely delighted to have with us the Vice President of Utopia, Mrs. Yogitha.
Thank you, Privill. Hello, everyone. I'm Yogitha, and I'm really happy to be here and excited to share with you about an investment that is in connection with nature and sustainability.
Today, we're going to talk about Utopia, a managed farmland brand that brings together land ownership, plantation, and nature focused lifestyle across multiple projects.
Yes, what makes it interesting is that it is just not a piece of land that you buy, but it's a land that grows. It has a connection with nature very closely.
All right, Yogita, let's start off with the basics. What exactly is Utopia?
Well, Utopia is a brand of managed farmlands, and we have projects across locations, namely Coorg, Chikbalapur, and Pavagada. But literally, the word utopia means an imaginary land where everything is perfect. It's like paradise. But are we? Are we in a paradise? No, it needs to be refuted here. But in utopia, what we are trying to do is that get much closer to the ideology of the actual utopia, being more realistic and suiting the ideology of it.
Thanks, Yogita. The locations that you mentioned, Coorg, Pavgada, and Chikballapur, well, each of these places are unique, and I'm sure it's equally exciting too.
Indeed, that's the very reason we have chosen between those three locations as of now. In Utopia, we have three-dimensional path. First being real estate, second being plantation, and third being hospitality and holidays. So what happens in real estate is that it's like an investment. It's nothing more, nothing less. What happens in plantation is that you're not leaving the land idle. You cultivate it. Something grows out of it, and people can look upon for a long-term investment. And third is hospitality, wherein people can just visit their farms, and then it's like an escapade from the daily chaos of the city. And they can also, the additional thing is that they can also get in cottages built in there and rent it out. That can also be looked upon as an additional income. Though not primarily, it also is an income.
Managed farmlands are gaining a lot of popularity lately. Why do you think people are excited and moving towards such kind of an investment?
It's more than one reason, Privill. It's more about people having more and more awareness right now about environmental sustainability and how they want to contribute towards it. So you can just invest somewhere and just forget about it. But then the farmlands, the managed farmlands, they add a lot to biodiversity. And people want to do that because of the awareness, I can say. Earlier, it was just about having a land and just forgetting about it. Right now, it is not that. There are people to take care of your land, which means you're more accustomed to have a land and not worrying about it, wherein people are taking care of it. What happens here is that less hassle, right? And also when we say these farmlands are a little away from the city, there's also an escape it for them. Secondly, what happens is when they have to go over there, when it's already managed, you don't have to sweat. It's already there. And the kilometers, that 80, 100 kilometers doesn't count at all. Why? Because the infrastructure is growing in such a phase right now, it's that 100 kilometers is nothing. So people want to do it. Anyway, they're planning for a getaway. So why not this?
I mean, I'd be really excited to travel to one of these places and spend some amazing time at one of your plantations and estates, isn't it?
Sure, anytime. There's another aspect to it, wherein when people invest in their apartments or in stocks, they know the risk and they know it's of very high value. But when it comes to farmlands, it is way outside the city, and the parcel of land for that kind of investment that they're doing is huge. So people do not want to miss out on that. There's also the security part that comes into picture, because these farmlands, when we say the long-term crops, it involves a lot of commercial crops like sandalwood, and this needs a lot of security. It doesn't happen for a layman just to secure the farmland on that aspect. So that's when the farmland, managed farmlands comes into picture.
Let's talk about the plantations, right? What sort of crops do you typically grow across your projects?
So in Utopia, we don't have a similar kind of plantation across our projects. The reason being we have different climates, weather, and soil sustainability. So what we do is we select the crops, we craft them to grow in a certain condition in a certain place. For example, we need to look upon the weather conditions, whether it is going to be suiting a particular kind of plant or not, or if the soil is enriched enough to grow certain kind of plants. That's how we go about it. But then this is where the pomologists come into picture. They are the experts and they advise us as to what needs to go where. And in Utopia, we also think about the water bodies. We try to save a lot of lakes and in-house water bodies in the projects. Yeah, this is how we sustain ourselves.
And what sort of crops do we grow?
Yeah, the crops, again, it's not the same everywhere. So depending on the climate and the weather and the location, we grow sandalwood and agarwood, and that's on a long-term basis. So the income or the investment that you have put in there is a long-term base. And we also have limes, we have avocados, dragon fruits, a lot of fruit-growing trees also. This is only to be enabling a biodiversity and ecological balance.
Well, you specifically mentioned about Coorg. So do you guys also grow spices?
It's not just spices. We also have coffee, including the Robusta and Arabica, to be precise. And there's a lot of cardamom. And we have a little bit of cinnamon also, which is not captured in the commercial level, but we do have it. And pepper, black peppercorns, that is what we grow in Coorg. So we have these in abundance.
So Yogitha, along with farming, what sorts of experiences people can enjoy across your Utopia projects?
It's more than one.
Wow.
I already told that it is an escape from the city life. You can engage yourselves in long nature walks. You have bird watching, camping outdoors. There's also, for those interested people, there we have some off-roading sites. Not, of course, in all the projects, but in some. Wherever the topography allows us to.
Yogitha, we spoke about experiences at Utopia, and I also know that Utopia is pet-friendly. Do you want to share more about it?
This is the best and the most interesting part.
Wow.
I personally love it. We are open to pets because there's a lot of question when it comes to pet parents leaving their pets behind and traveling, or they have to engage in some kind of activity or go somewhere and the pets are not allowed. So in Utopia, we are pet friendly. So you can bring in as many as pets you want. They have the open space to run around, play around. And then I bet as much as you enjoy Utopia, your pets will too. Amazing.
And does your existing projects also have some in-house pets as well?
We do some of them, and most of them are rescues.
Wow.
And they're all sustaining well. But we do not know how frequently we have guests with pets as of now. But then if we do, we try and get them into being friends, and we try and being the best for everyone.
How about the wildlife across Utopia projects?
Across Utopia locations, we have a lot of flora and fauna that flourish. That's, again, another plus point, I would say, because we leave it naturally to thrive. We have wild boars, we have hares, wild rabbits, black bucks, deers, and many more. Flying squirrels, that is one that fascinates me a lot. And when it comes to birds, We have Indian parakeets and pigeons and crows and ravens and whatnot, right? There are peacocks also. That peacocks also help us to ward off with a lot of poisonous snake species that are around the project. We also have hoopoes, and some of our projects also have natural water bodies and sanctuaries around, and those have immigrated birds. So it's a paradise for bird watchers.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, how is it to have an experience amidst the plantations, living in one of those cottages? I mean, would you want to explain every morning how would that be?
Chirpy, I would say, right? The wind blowing on your face, the open grounds, the nature, the greenery, and then there's the bird chirps. It is like a paradise. I would call it a paradise. And I think for people that want that kind of a lifestyle, once in a way, it is good.
Yeah, I mean, just be in the city, but still you know that you've invested somewhere. There's something that's flourishing. There's something that's growing. Just pack your bag and go visit, spend some time, create memories to cherish for the future, isn't it?
True. Very well said. I do that.
Definitely.
In Utopia, we also do not believe in dominating the nature, but we believe in coexisting with it. That's when all this flora and fauna and us will flourish together.
So, Yogitha, when we're talking about investments in Utopia projects, what exactly are people really investing into?
Primarily, it's the land by itself. Land itself is an investment. No matter when you invest in a land, but it holds good forever. Second is plantations. When we say plantations, you're not just trying to grow or make your particular piece of land breathe. It adds to biodiversity, soil enrichment, and a lot of environmental factors. When we say these kind of plants are growing in there, it adds value. It makes you happy from within. It's also about lifestyle and experiences. So it is not just you come and just over a weekend you spend your time and go back. There's the option of work from farm. How is it really not exciting for people? I don't know. I would rather do it. I know you also would do it. So after a long day's work, you can indulge yourself into walking and witness some amazing sunsets. And of course, the black bucks, that's the time when they all are in herds to feed and get back to their dens. And you can also engage yourself in stargazing, picture tents, bonfires, and a lot more. It's just not about working. It is about balancing both. You're leading your life the way you want to, and you're also having a proper work-life schedule. You can also wake up to good sunrises, by the way. It's an all in all.
Other than the things that you've mentioned, any special highlights?
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, I should throw more emphasis on that. Have you heard of barefoot parks?
Well, yeah.
And we have that.
Wow.
So we have, when we say barefoot park, it has 7 elements. It could be mud, slush, pebbles, and a lot more. This adds a lot of value to our blood flow and our bodily system. So we have introduced that as well. So it is also kind of healing. Along with everything else, you also have something to do within yourself and heal yourself from within.
Amazing. I mean, I've just been listening to something really, really wonderful. You guys are doing an amazing job.
Indeed, of course.
If you are looking for an investment that's meaningful, sustainable, and connected to nature, then Utopia is something that you can definitely explore.
Hey, Privill. All this goodness comes in just ₹99 per square foot, depending on the location. You can visit www.utopia.in to go on and find out more features and visit us.
Well, I'm sure after listening to our conversation, there'll be a lot of folks who'd be interested. So thank you so much for joining us today, Yogitha.
Thank you, Privill. And we are so enthused about having all of these people that are really enthusiastic about it to come and visit us. A warm welcome to all of them.
Absolutely. I mean, can't wait to just come over, bring my friends along and, make the most out of this opportunity.
Yes, please. Anytime.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us on Utopia That Breathes, the Green Wealth Talks. Until next time, stay grounded,
Stay green
and grow what matters.